Well, welcome everyone to the team if this is your first call, and welcome to the call if it's just you're here learning about onboarding and how to onboard others. I am so excited to be back with you guys. I have not done an onboarding call in a little while, and so I'm excited to be here tonight. Actually, I'm filling in for somebody, and someone couldn't make it. I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I love doing this call. This is probably the most exciting call that I love to do, besides the opportunity call. But I love sharing how to launch and get this business started, and I'm excited um, to share with you guys the most important thing that I'm going to talk about. And that is that this decision tonight, if you're relaunching your business or if you're starting this business, this can be a turning point for you. And one question I want to ask real quick before we jump into this, you guys, and I'm going to bob around because I like to look at people. The Zoom thing is amazing, the fact that we have this technology and we can do this. But I also like to look around at boxes and see that you're engaged. But it helps me also with your energy if you have your camera on. The reason we do this on Zoom is so that we have somewhat of a connection. We've had some events, and because of Zoom, when people come up to me, I know who you are because I've seen you on many, many Zooms before. So I love to see your camera on if you guys would be willing to do that. Like Jaime, I met Jaime down in Destin, Florida, him and his wife. I see his face, but if I saw his camera, I'd be like, hey, Jaime, what's going on? So there's a lot of you that I've seen before. What's going on, Jaime? Good to see you. So if you guys would be so kind to turn your cameras on, if you're driving and you don't want to do so, I understand, but would love if you guys did that so I can connect with you and bob around and have a connection with you guys on this call. All right, so um, this is the first thing that I want to jump into, and that is just thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here because the biggest part of business, the biggest part of any business is actually just showing up. And I don't know, I have a storm going through here, so if I lose you guys, hang on, I'll get back on. My power's already gone out once. Um, but yeah, I just want you guys to know you're not simply just joining a team, you're stepping into something huge. And what is huge is this is a movement. And the reason that I joined this business when Kyle brought it to me was, my prerequisite to join any business or start a business is it has to help people, it has to impact lives. It's funny, my mother-in-law did this numbers thing on me last night, my birth date, my name, my letters, and everything in this 12 pages, this right here, it's called a physical music grid. And it said that my biggest thing is to impact people's lives. And after I read it all the way through it, I was like, you know what? It hit it dead on the nail. That's like what bleeds through me. And this business enables me to fulfill that biggest need, and that is impact lives. And this movement and what makes it so powerful is that it spreads through people who decide to show up like you guys did tonight, right? We have a system, and I'm going to talk about that system tonight that you don't ever have to do one of these calls. Your main focus is just sharing this device with people. But showing up is going to help you talk about this business a lot better. It's going to help you bring the people into this business when you listen to the opportunity calls, when you listen to the onboarding calls. It's going to help you learn, and then it's going to help you lead. The biggest way to grow this business is to become a leader. There's a lot of leaders on here, but you got to become a leader in this business. And so the most important thing in this business as a leader is your mindset. And the way you show up for this business is going to determine how fast you will build momentum and how far that you'll be able to truly go in this business. Now, when you guys decided to join this opportunity, you became an entrepreneur. If you weren't one before, you're an entrepreneur. You started a business. And that means you're building something real, something you own, something with purpose. And so you got to treat it like a real business. And what I mean by that is you got to treat it with seriousness. You got to treat it with consistency. And you got to treat it with this right here, your heart. No business is successful if it doesn't have this in it. If it just has dollar signs in your eyes, it's not going to be successful. I started businesses when I was really young, and the only thing I had in my mind was dollar signs. I want another watch. I want another car. I want a bigger house. And those businesses never grew. But one of the biggest keys as an entrepreneur is that you have to learn every day. And that's why we do these calls. Like I see some familiar faces on here. I see some new faces on here. But every time you show up to one of these calls, you're learning. We've built incredible resources for you. And I want you guys to use them because knowledge, what knowledge does is it creates confidence. And then what confidence creates is it creates momentum. And that's what building a business is all about is momentum that then turns into impetus. Momentum is cool, right? Momentum is when you go down a hill, you got momentum to go, but eventually that momentum is going to run out. But impetus is something that continues to go. When you get to the bottom of the hill, it's going to be able to get to the top of the hill because business is like this. I don't care what type of business you're in, it's never like this. There's always going to be a trough. It could be the economy, it could be a pandemic, it could be a war. But business is never just a straight line. It's always roller coasters. And that's what's going to get you through is having that confidence. No matter if you got 10 people in a row that say, I'm not interested, doesn't matter. You move on to the next person because that's the next person that's going to say yes. That's the next person's life you're going to change. And so I want to show you really quickly our website. If you guys have not seen our website, we created this website so that you guys have a duplicatable system so that when people join this business, you don't have to spend your time training people. We want to give you all the resources so that you could do this all on your own without having to do it on your own. You're just going to point people to the right direction. So let me pull that up real quick. Let me expand this so you guys can see the whole thing. I just want to go through a couple things on here. So this is our team website. Anybody can use this, but some of the things that I want you to really be focused on when someone joins, or if you haven't yet, I want you to click on the onboarding tab. Okay, and the first thing that you should do is you should go down here to the 20-day business launch system. It's the first thing on purpose. The way we built this was so that you could take 5 to 10 minutes every day. And the reason why is because people are busy. They have kids, they have other jobs, they have other things. And I wanted to make sure that people have a plan to go through and go through the system so that when you tell other people to go through the system, you know what they're learning. But this is going to help you learn as well. So you're just going to click on day one when you start the business. And you're going to go through these 5 things. It's going to take you 10 minutes. You can do it when you're going to the bathroom, when you're on the treadmill, when you're walking, when you're waiting in your car in traffic, whatever it is. But go through this, but also tell people this is their first step. I want you to go through this 20-day onboarding and you're going to have all the tools that you need. The other resource that we have on here is a school system. It's a training platform. So go through all these videos. You don't have to do it all at once. An elephant is eating one bite at a time. So you can go through the school system and we have everything that you need inside of this system to be able to learn this business. You don't have to do this all at once. But even down here on the bottom, Success Psyche. This is a system that I used to sell for $1,000. This is my book, and you can go into this system and get all this free content. Watch 5, 10 minutes a day. The videos are 3 to 4 minutes every video. You can go through this and learn about my playbook. And it's absolutely free for everyone that's inside of our team and our system. Comp plan training. If you don't understand comp plan, we have 9 videos down here that are 3 to 4 minutes long that breaks down every single thing down in the comp. Under the community tab, just get on here and explore. This was built for you guys. We invested money in this so that you guys have everything at your fingertips. But these are all the trips. These are all the rank advancements that we've had. This is our book club, the book that we're currently reading right now. You can join our book club on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. What we do is we read 15 pages of a book Monday through Friday, 75 pages a week, which takes you about 15 minutes a day. You'll read a book a month. And then we get on here and we discuss the book as a group. There's already some people on this call and some people on our team that show up every single week in this book club. Testimonials. You could send prospects to this and say, hey, here's some testimonies you can hear from people that are actually using the device. Our wellness regimen, what we actually do every single day, from the supplements that we take, all the supplements that are on here. It's not, we don't sell them. There's no links that have our name on it. You can go, we use AG1. You can hit this shop now. It goes right to AG1 site. Our name is not on it. This is just legitimate. We will use. And then the resource tab is probably one of the most important tabs. It has every single thing on you. This opportunity call presentation. You can go to our website and you want to do a presentation, you click on this presentation, it's going to take you right out to the presentation. Right here you have it. You have everything that you need to run your business. Every single resource that you need. You see it says download PowerPoint? You can click right here, download the PowerPoint. You're in a PowerPoint presentation and you're just going to hit share. Boom, you're in a presentation. We've made everything super, super easy for you guys to use, as well as all the other resources about the business. There's tons and tons and tons of resources on here. So use these. But again, one bite at a time, just one bite at a time. If you do that, I promise you guys, you will be better in this business than you've ever thought possible. All right. So I want you guys to just, in the beginning, if you're new or you haven't done this, just commit to the weekly trainings. The way I learned this business, Kyle brought me in, and Kyle pointed me to Sarah because Sarah knows how to do great opportunity calls. If you haven't been on one of her opportunity calls, she is the best at it. All I wanted to do was be as good as Sarah. She was great at onboarding. So I sat through many, many of those calls, which helped me have conversations with people. We had our leadership meeting today. One of the things we're going to start doing on trainings on Thursdays is we're going to start role playing again. We did this a long time ago. So we could role play with you so we can help you guys get into the conversations and we can correct the way the conversation is going. But show up to the trainings. If you're new to this, just dedicate a month sitting on an hour call a day just so that you can learn the business. That's going to give you the tools to be really, really successful in this business. Again, the idea with this platform, so that you guys understand, is so that you can use this to train people and you spend your time building the business, not servicing clients, not servicing customers, but building the business, and you point them to the right direction so they can learn how to do it. And it's not on you doing 2, 3, 4 hours of training a day. Now you can follow up if they have questions, you can answer questions, but know this website so you could point people to the resources. You can't be successful entrepreneur if you're an encyclopedia of X39, an encyclopedia of LifeWave. You have to show people, you have to teach people how to fish so they can feed themselves. That's the most effective way of training. Now, I understand life gets in the way, you guys. You're going to miss a call. No problem. Just make sure you make it a priority to watch the replay or go on the website and watch some of the replays so that you're getting that repetition. Repetition is the master, okay? Every training that you listen to or you watch or you go on the website and go to the 20-day onboarding, it's going to build skill, it's going to build belief, and it's going to build certainty in every single conversation. Because this is what I know. Belief is everything. This isn't just another supplement or gadget, you guys. This is a technology. I call it a device that could truly change humanity. And when you believe that deeply, sharing this opportunity becomes natural. Passion is contagious. I know the moment for me, and you guys have heard me probably tell this story before, when I had a young lady come up to me and tell me that I changed her life, and she was a complete stranger, but I changed her life because she saw me on social media and it changed her 3-year-old twins' lives. One was severe autism, and the other had couldn't swallow food. I knew in that moment, I had the belief that this was my passion and this was my calling, and that God gave me this gift to share with as many people as I possibly can. I knew in that moment, nothing is going to deter me from that. Guys. All right. I think I left off about the best part is you're not doing this alone, you guys. Because again, we've created this proven system. You don't have to reinvent anything, just follow what works. That's it. Invite people to the opportunity calls. Like on the opportunity calls, what I see a lot of is you guys are showing up, and that's great because you're learning how to do it. But you also need to invite people to those calls and let someone else talk about what this is so they can hear from someone else. Invite someone that, listen, the testimonial call is also an opportunity call. Like I want you to hear some of these testimonials because I will tell you when I do the testimonial call, my conviction goes up a layer every single time because I always hear different testimonials. I hear different things that are helping people. So invite people to that call. You gotta hear what some of these people are saying. And then use the tools, lean on a team, and let's build something really great together. All right. So what I want to do now is I want to just kind of show you guys the back office quickly. I want you to know all of this stuff that I'm going to show you. There's training on the in the back office, the 30-day onboard, the 20-day onboarding in school, like everything that I'm going to show you. I'm going to go really, really, really fast. Um, but all this stuff is in that resource, the wellnessrev.org. Justin, if you want to put that in the chat just so people have that website, that would be great. All right, so I'm going to show you guys some stuff here in the back office. All right. So first and foremost, I want you guys, I just want you guys to get familiar with everything because once you get familiar with this and you navigate, it's going to be a lot easier for you to find your compensation, all the things that are important to running this business. Okay. The first thing that is important is you need to be able to, if you come in, or if you haven't done this yet, you want to come in and let's see, I didn't share. Let's see, share Google. There we go. Is you want to share your you want to change your profile. So right here, you're going to see Wellness Revolution LLC and you're going to hit change settings. Now, I have mine set up as LLC. We have training in school about why to set up an LLC, the tax write-offs. You should also consult your CPA as well. But this is the first place that you want to come in and you want to update your profile, right? You want to go through each one of these things and make sure you update it. Have your avatar, your address, your payment methods, all that stuff. You want to come through and update all of these things inside of here. Okay? Really, really, really important to do that. Now, the other thing is changing your legs. You want to make sure that you're coming in and changing your legs, okay? So the way that we do that is you're going to go into organization, enroll new, global enrollment. No, sorry. It's under your profile. Give me one second. That's how you get your link. This lightning is screwing me up. You're going to go under your profile and then change settings. And then you're going to come down here where it says build left, build right. This is a binary. So you're only building two legs, okay? One left, one right. And so you need to have a balanced organization. And how to have a balanced organization is when you're enrolling people, every time you enroll a new person, you're going to go back here and change it, okay? Now, our right organization is a lot stronger right now. So we're building left right now because we're trying to get our left to equal. So if you put someone on the left, go here, change it right, then come back and change it left. You want to make sure that you are changing that every time. Now, you have 5 days. If you happen to not change it, you could call customer service and they'll change it to the right leg if you put somebody on the wrong leg. Okay. That's very, very, very easy to do that. Now, the next thing you want to check is your monthly subscription. Okay. There's a monthly subscription order right here. Okay. You're going to want to click on that. If you signed up and didn't start a monthly subscription, you'll be able to see that there's nothing here. Okay. So if you did not sign up with a monthly subscription, you're going to go in here and hit edit items and change it. Okay. And the other way to do it is to go into your store and hit on the patches button. And then you're going to hit, let's say on X39. Where is X39? Move it down. Oh, there it is. Click on X39, and then you're going to go down here and add to monthly subscription orders. Once you do that, it's going to say that it's been added to your order, your auto order. That's not exactly true because you got to go to your cart, click on your cart, and hit checkout. Okay. So it just added, it should say it was added to your cart. And then you go into your cart and you fill this information out and check out. That's how you add your subscription order. Once you do that, you're going to go back in and make sure that it showed up. That's how you know that you're in it. And the reason why that's so important, you guys, is because if you're not active every single month and have the right volume, you could lose all the volume that other people are putting into your organization. And that could mean that you could lose some money or possible money out of your binary and also your check matching. Okay. So really, really, really important that you check that. All right. Now, how you get your enrollment link is you're going to go into organization, enroll new, hit global enrollment. I'm not a robot. Join now. And this right here is your enrollment link. Now, we also have a technology training inside of school that will show you how to set up boards on your telephone. But for now, just copy and paste this link, put it in notes on your phone so that it's easily accessible. Boards just gives you another keyboard that has all of your links that you can easily send out through WhatsApp, text message, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're going to type on social media. It allows you just to hit one button, it's going to send your link. Okay. That's how you get your enrollment link. Okay. How you get your customer link. If someone wants to sign up as a customer, you're going to scroll to the bottom, hit preferred customer program, and then you're going to copy and paste this link and put it in your notes. So instead someone says, I just want to buy it as a customer, you're going to send this link to them so that they can sign up as a preferred customer. That's how you get your enrollment link. And again, you want to say that to your notes right now so that you could just go in, copy, paste, send a text message, and it's very, very easy for you to have that at your fingertips. Okay. The next thing is commissions. You're going to just go into commissions, click on commissions. It's going to show you that week's commissions, as well as it's going to also show you past week's commissions. Very, very easy. But also, when you log in, it's going to show you what you're making currently right now to this minute. So that's how you check all of your commissions. Okay. Upgrading your package. Let's just say that you started off at core and you want to upgrade your package. When you go to store under sales tools, if you're not at the max package, like I'm at the premium package already, because I bought extra so that I could patch people every day in the gym and everywhere I go. It's going to say upgrade package under sales tools. You're going to hit upgrade package, and then you can upgrade to whatever package one time. That's it. Once you upgrade, you're done. Once you go to premium, you're done. You can't upgrade anymore. But that's how you upgrade your package. Okay. And then the resource tab, I always tell people to check this out as well, is go into the resource tab and the education tab. Just like the 20-day onboarding, just get in there and play around 10, 15 minutes a day. Don't spend hours on this. Okay. Just go in every day and just work on your business just a little bit. Okay. Now, I want to talk about the hardest part about this business, you guys. The very hardest part about this business. And that is talking to people consistently every single day. Right? That's the hardest part of any business, consistency. Most people don't fail because the product isn't good. We know the product is amazing. They fail because they don't stay in enough conversations. Bottom line. In insurance, if you fail, it's because you're not enough conversations. You're not talking to enough people. Real estate, mortgage, car sales, it doesn't matter what business you're in. It's all about getting into the right conversations with the right people. But first, I want to tell you what not to do, right? One of the things that my grandfather told me a long time was, grandson, if I could teach you one thing, that would be learn everything not to do. If you learn everything not to do, you speed up your learning process and you lose a lot less money. And so, what I want to talk about not doing is don't overwhelm people in the first few minutes with how amazing everything is and talking about the business. It's a huge mistake. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you what to do, but don't launch into this because they're going to feel like they're being sold to. Don't lead with this is a network marketing, direct sales, or MLM business. I don't hide it from people, but it's not what I jump into because when you do that, you people go on guard. Okay. Don't lead with the comp plan and how much money. Well, guys, thank you for hanging on. It's storming really, really bad here. It's bad. I'm hearing fire trucks, so I hope people are good. So again, I am so sorry for this happening. It's just bad, bad. We haven't had any rain. We haven't had any storms all summer long. So we're just getting caught with it. Um, so I want to just kind of talk about what works. In a normal conversation where you lead with curiosity and you let people talk about themselves. The other thing my grandfather taught me was always leave people with themselves. And when the first time he told me this, I was like, what do you mean leave them with themselves? He was like, you know what? If you leave people with themselves, they will like you, they will trust you, and they will listen to you. And I was like, but grandfather, how do I do that? And he says, you have to ask them a lot of questions about themselves. And when you do that, you know everything about them and they know nothing about you. And they automatically like you, but they don't even know why because no one else makes a conversation about somebody else. So if you launch into this opportunity or this device or how this could help them without getting to know who that person is and letting them talk about what they do, what makes them tick, what's going on in their life, is a big mistake. So it takes a little bit extra time, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, but you'll build a relationship a lot faster with them and they'll walk away liking you, but not even really knowing why they like you, but they just like you because you left them with themselves. We are all self-absorbed, egotistical, selfish human beings. We just all are. That's the way that we're built, right? Not in a negative way. We just are that way. And when you flip the script and you're opposite with people and they see that you legitimately care about them, and you don't want to be the one talking all the time, you want to be the one listening, I'm telling you, it will do magic for you.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to give you guys the framework of how simple and effective this conversation is, right? So I always get in and ask about family, like ask about what's going on in their life. But the one thing that I always ask is about people's identity. And that is what they do for a living. It could be a stay-at-home mom. It could be someone that works at the airport. Whatever it is, I want to get into that, but I want to ask them some more deeper questions, right? I want to ask them how long they've been doing it. I want to ask them, tell me what you love about it. You've been there for 10 years. You must really love what you're doing. So tell me what that is. And most people would tell you they don't love much about what they do. And then when I ask the second question, I'll ask them, and I keep this all positive, right? I don't ask them what they hate about their job. I ask them if you could change one thing, what would that be? Now, understand, I'm gathering information. And now when I talk to them about what I want to talk to them about, I have some information about them that I can tweak my presentation and build it around them and their life. When you try to do a blanket presentation and talk to everyone about the same thing and saying the same thing to them, you're not speaking their language. So I got to figure out what your language is. So when they tell me, oh, I don't want to work weekends, I'm not making enough money, I'm away from my family, I travel too much, all of those things I'm going to incorporate into my pitch to them. So what this does is it builds a connection and it naturally leads them to ask you what you do. When you're interested in what somebody does, then they're going to be interested in what you do. And that's the moment you got to have your 30-second commercial ready. And my 30-second commercial is different, but you got to come up with your 30-second commercial that's distinct and quick. And if you've ever heard on social media, the most important thing you have to have is a hook because we have the attention span of a gnat, right? And if we don't hear what we want to hear in the first 2 or 3 seconds of a conversation, we tune out. And so when someone asks me what I do, I say I'm a serial entrepreneur. But the business that I'm most excited about is the one that's changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life before. That's my hook. Okay. And I say I'm in the stem cell business. Do you know much about stem cells? Do you know anything about stem cells? Do you know what they do? And most people have no idea. They're not read. They don't have a clue. They think they might know. And then when I ask them that question and they say, I said, let me tell you what the main job of stem cells are. The main jobs of stem cells are to keep us young, to keep us healthy, to keep us vibrant, to keep our skin looking well, to keep toxins out of our body, to keep disease out of our body. That's the main purpose. Did you know between the age of 0 and 30 that over 50% of your stem cells are dormant in your body? That's why we see a lot of athletes after the age of 30 have more injuries and take a lot longer to recover. But this is the most fascinating thing. Between 30 and 60, 95% of our stem cells are dormant. That's why we see this huge cliff between 60 and 80 of people really aging aggressively and disease starting to set in. And I have a device that's going to help with that. And it's changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life before. And then at that point, most people are going to say, well, how do I get this thing? And I say, oh my God, that's the easiest thing. There's 1 of 4 ways you can get this. You can buy it retail for $150 a month, $5 a day. But nobody really does that because you can get it for wholesale at $99 a month and $3 a day. Or I can also show you how to get it free. If you refer 3 people in, you can get yours free every single month. Your brother, your mom, neighbors, people you work with. 3 people use it, you get yours free every month. What I chose to do was what they call an affiliate program. I'm so passionate about this device. I share with every single person I come in contact, and the company actually compensates me for it. Which one of those four sounds most appealing to you? Now, my grandfather was a salesperson, and what he told me is you always have to give people choices. If you give them one choice, 50% of the time they're going to decide no. If you give them two choices, 70% of the time they're going to choose one. If you give them three, 80% are going to choose one. If you give them four, 90% of people are going to choose one of those options. Now, what I do is I meet people where they are, not where I want them to be. Where I want them to be is I want everyone to sign up for this business. I want everyone to build a business. I want everyone to share this as passionately with me as possible. But that might not be where they are. They might just want to try the device. Cool. Try the device. I'm going to follow up with you in 60 days and see how it's going. We'll see if you want to get it for free. And then when you refer three people, I'm going to say, listen, you've referred three people in pretty easily. You know, the company actually compensates you for this. This is one of the best devices that's changed my life more than anything in the world. Are you sure you don't want to share this with more people and actually get compensated for it? I can show you how to build a business. So I'm going to take you on a journey, but I'm going to meet you where you are. Okay? Now, there's a lot of questions that I'll ask people too in the process. I'll ask people how their energy is. I'll ask people if they have any pain in their bodies. I'll ask people how much coffee they drink, how many energy drinks they take, how much pre-workout. I'll ask people, do you feel stuck in your health and your performance? How are you sleeping at night? How's your mental clarity? How's your weight loss? Do you feel like you're aging a little faster than you want to? So I'll ask those type of questions to get people engaged because one of those eight someone's dealing with, right? They're dealing with pain, they're dealing with sleep, they're dealing with energy, they're dealing with weight, they're dealing with strength, they're dealing with aging, they're dealing with one of those things. Everyone is. I don't care how old you are, you have something that's not perfect in your body. So who do you reach out to? You could build this business from you could build this business from people that you already know, friends and family. They're the toughest though. They're going to be your hardest critics, but they're going to be your best practice. Okay? Coworkers and classmates, social media contacts. Listen, if you got 200 followers and you get 10%, that's 20 people in this business. That'll change your life. If you have 2,000, that's 200. What about people that are already in direct sales? We got the best products. We got one of the only products that has a patent on it. We don't have a Me Too product. We have a patented product in 92 countries in the world. So here's a simple assignment I'm going to give you guys right now. This is what I do every day to contact two people, you guys. Pull up your contacts on your phone. All right? Pull up your contacts and then hit the little arrow button back where it says all contacts. 3,025 contacts I have in my phone. Okay? So what I do every day is I'm going to click on those contacts and I'm just going to scroll. Okay? I call this the phone slot machine. And then I'm going to stop. Whoops. Let me go back. Then I'm going to stop. Wherever my finger lands, Will Stephanie. Oh, I know. I actually went to high school with him. So I'm going to call Will Stephanie out of the blue tomorrow. And I'm going to do the same exact talk path. But when I call Will Stephanie, I'm going to call Will Smith. I'm going to say, hey, Will Smith, what's going on? This is Jay Adkins. How have you been? And he's going to say, no, this is not Will Smith. This is Will Stephanie. Oh my God. We went to high school together. Bro, sorry, I was calling somebody else. How have you been? What are you up to? Where are you working? How long you been there? What do you love about it? What would you change about it? You say, man, how have you been? You got a family? Yeah, yeah. Where are you working? Oh, dude, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I got eight different businesses, but the one I'm most excited about that's changing my life more than anything's ever changed my life before is a stem cell
This
business.
storm is crazy. All right, so I think I was at the 30-second commercial or going through the phone with contacts. That's where I was at.
So the reason I do that, you guys, not to lie to people, not to 50 people, but when you think too much about the person you're going to call, it becomes a chicken list. And you're like, I don't know. If I call them for a reason, and you try to sell them, how do you get a conversation? If you haven't heard from somebody in 10 years and all of a sudden they call you out of the blue, it's just better to act like, oh my God, I didn't. How have you been? So that's the reason I do it for my own self, is it's easier for me to get in that conversation with them. It's like we haven't connected in a while. So that's another reason or another way that I reach out to people and have a plan. But I have a plan every single day, you guys. But the most important thing you guys got to do, you guys got to get out and patch people. You got to get a patch on people. I have little envelopes. I put 10 patches in there. I have them closed. And when I'm talking about it, I open it up. I actually put the patch on them myself, tell them to wear it for 12 hours. It's really, really critical to wear it 12 hours a day, but it's also really critical to drink half your body weight in water. That's the only two things you have to do. That's the only two habits you have to create. Putting the patch on is a 10-second
Ay,
habit in
Dios
the
de mi
morning.
vida, ¿cómo le hago
Can
esto?
you mute Justin? And so that's the conversation that I'm having. But you gotta patch people. You gotta get this patch on people. All right. Again, I'm just gonna reiterate the system, the back office. Make sure you go into the wellnessrev.org and you use that system. It's simple. The comp plan is broken down. Everything is very, very simple on the website. Also, I did not mention it's in Spanish and English. You can go on the website and just select Spanish. Every video, every resource, everything is in complete Spanish. So it's in English and in Spanish. So there's no reason not to use the website. All right. Now, also the calendar for the calls. When you go into the calendar for the calls, you go into onboarding. We have a calendar on there. All you have to do is click on the link. Let me show you real quick. You click on the calendar. All the calls for every single week and for every single month are right here. You click on that call, you just click on that link, you're into the call. It's super, super, super easy, you guys. All right. And then I guess the most important thing that I want to tell you to end with is this. Commit to talking to two people every single day. Two people, 5 days a week is 10 people. If you do that, you will close one brand partner and two customers. Now, maybe if you don't close any this week, but if you are consistent with that, you will close one brand partner and two customers every single week. Okay. Now, if you do that, you'll sign up a ton of people. This is how many people, right? If you just sign up one person every single week, that's 52 people in your organization in a year. That will change your life. Now, if you teach and we duplicate to do the same exact thing, that 52 people, if they only do half of what you do, if they did 26 people each, okay? If you're 52 to 26 people each, that's over 3,000 people in your organization. That's going to put you to a one-star executive in a year. All right? If you duplicate that again with those 3,000 people and they only do half, you're going to have over 35,000 people in your organization and be a presidential in this company, making anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month. But you got to be consistent. You got to talk to two people. Now, I'm not talking about text message, WhatsApp. I'm talking get into a conversation like I just talked to you about. If it's a complete stranger or if it's someone in your phone. But if you do that, that's only going to take you 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's all you need to spend in this business. And I promise you this, in 2 years, your life will look completely different financially. You'll have impacted a lot of lives. You'll have changed a lot of lives. And so when I talk to people about this, I ask them, if you're willing to, are you willing to do this? Are you willing to do this to make $20,000 a week, $1 million a year, talking to two people every single day? And when I ask people that, they're like, oh yeah, absolutely. And then they don't do it. But if you commit to talking to two people every single day, I promise you, it will change your life. Follow the system, talk to the two people, and get everyone to use that 20-day onboarding when they come on. And if they do that, it's going to change your business and it's going to change your life. And I usually open it up for Q&A around 15 minutes, but being there, I got cut off like 4 different times. I'm not going to have time to do that tonight. I have to end this call right at 8 o'clock, but I do want to thank everyone for being a part of this call and for the people that stuck it through with me through my power outages and everything else. Thank you guys so much for getting on this call with me tonight. And let's go out and change a lot of lives, including yours. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.